Okay, so today you guys are putting us in the hot seat.
We got a bunch of questions that you guys want answered, and we're here to be open and honest about everything, all things gender reveal, baby girl,
post baby girl, like questions like that have nothing to do even with the baby.
Just life update questions.
I feel like we haven't
it's been a while.
Yeah, we haven't got to talk to them in like, I feel like forever, just because like we filmed the podcast.
Now that we do the podcast too, it's like a whole sit down video for an hour, so it's like that's where we like get to talk it out a lot. But sometimes we forget. It was like, oh, we never did this for like the Jatie fam.
But
even though we know you guys watch the podcast, but if you don't, make sure
check
you
it
guys
out.
listen.
Also, make sure you guys give it a 5-star on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, just because it has been so much fun on the podcast. Like, it's just fun to like get to like sit down and talk. But anyway, that's what we're doing here. But
short
today,
version.
We're gonna give you the juicy stuff, shortened up. Question number 1: do you guys have any baby names?
Ooh,
question.
well, you guys all know if we're having a boy, it was gonna be Brock, but we're having a baby girl, so it's not gonna be Broccolina. I promise you that. We will joke about it some more, but obviously we're not naming our daughter
until the baby is born. Her name is Broccolina.
Okay.
But for that being said, we have a few names we like, but like we're just like not 100% set.
I got 1 or 2 I really like, but I feel like by the time we got like 5 months.
Yeah, I don't even want to tell like family or friends the names we do like, because in case we want to change them, and I don't like people's input, because like at the end of the day, it's gonna be the name we're gonna be saying for the rest of our lives.
The more you tell people, the more they're gonna end up swaying you.
And they're like, it reminds
honestly,
me of this or
I
that.
personally just like to keep it a secret because I think it's fun, and then like people can find out when we have our baby.
It makes it so much more exciting. Even when I follow people and they like, so some people are like, are you gonna gatekeep the name? Once we like solidify that it's the name, I feel like we are going to gatekeep the name. Oh, that was another question. I guess I'm just jumping into it.
What is gatekeeping the name?
Not
so
telling them
no
the
one
name.
else can use it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait.
Okay.
I'm not gonna wait like a month. That some people will really hold the name.
You mean after
the baby's
pregnancy?
born?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Like as soon as the baby's born, like
that.
might be a week depending on like how the birth and everything goes, and like till we're like okay to post on social media.
Yeah.
But I definitely wouldn't like gatekeep that long.
Yeah, no doubt.
But we will be waiting till.
But some fire names, and I do want to say I do think that like in 5 months we'll come up with new ones, and like the ones we have in mind right now probably won't like last that long. But if they do, then we know it's the one.
Josh the other day was like joking around. He was like, "Oh baby, blah blah blah," like seeing if the name sounded good.
It was
like,
bad.
and he was doing a few of them, and I was like, "We can't do this, because if we do this, we're gonna say that in front of our friends, or we're gonna say things. Even like you guys, I'm like, I just know we'd slip up, so we can't."
Baby Broccolina.
Baby Broccolina for now.
Broccolina.
Okay, next question. Is it hard to not be able to do fun things you used to do, like driving the razors and stuff like that? Okay, so this one's like
that's a question for you, because
I
can do
is it hard for you to not have me?
Honestly, it is hard not to have my bestie with me. I'm not even gonna lie, because like doing all that fun stuff, like obviously I want my wife to be there and be able to come have all that fun with us.
Do you feel like a little bit, not guilty, but a little bad? And I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying, do you?
No, because like that specific example is talking about, like we took Katie's little cousin's razoring off-road vehicle the other day, and obviously she can't do that, so I went with a buddy, you know, a little guy's trip, 4 of us. I didn't really feel too bad, just because it's one day, you know, it's not like I do that twice a week or something.
Yeah, honestly, so far
there's only
been a couple things that I've missed out on.
Obviously you can't drink alcohol, but like you don't even like drinking alcohol, so.
Yeah, like, well, like it's fun. I like to drink like very occasionally, like maybe like once every other month to like go out. But honestly, since I haven't been drinking in so long, like I don't really miss it. I don't even feel left out. Like we went to the club for Josh's birthday, like when right before the gender reveal, and I actually enjoyed the night still not drinking, because I feel like I'm the type of person where like I don't need to drink to have fun. Like I love dancing, I love going out, but like when you went razoring, I definitely wanted to go, but it wasn't that
obviously like in the moment you're probably like,
or when you guys went snowboarding, I really wanted to go snowboarding.
Oh, you did miss out on snowboarding.
And the only reason I really wanted to do it was because it was like the last chance of the season, so I didn't get to go all season.
It was that fresh pow pow.
Yeah.
Fresh pow pow.
But for the most part, it's actually been a lot easier than I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be way harder to skip out on things.
I think it's gonna be harder towards the end, especially like when we go home to Michigan for like stuff. I mean, still, like, what would we be doing that you couldn't do?
Just drinking.
Well, yeah.
But my friends, like everyone around me, isn't like heavy drinkers.
No.
Like where it's like every time they do something they drink.
Well, I'm just thinking like, can you go on the boat? You could go on the boat still,
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go too.
Oh, and you've been missing out on the hot tub. That's another.
Oh yeah, the hot tub's that's been actually like a little bit hard, but not. I just put my feet in, and Josh is so cute. He's like, you can't put your feet in. I'm like, yes, you can. He's like, the baby's gonna get hot. I'm like, it doesn't work like that.
I'm just looking out for baby broccoli.
It's actually really cute. Okay, do you guys have any advice for those who are struggling with their self-worth?
I was expecting a baby question. That one threw me off. Ladies first.
Do you not have any advice?
No, I do, but ladies first.
My advice would be to look into the mirror, start telling yourself things that you love about yourself, and stop talking down on yourself. Like whether it's your body image, your personality, like you are stuck with that. You know, like no matter what, like how you look, how you act. It's like you can either embrace it and love it and love your life, or you can dog on yourself forever and feel miserable.
I think to touch on that too, obviously that's like step one, but also starting to do the things that like make you feel better about yourself. For example, like if I'm ever having like a bad day or feeling a little down on myself, it's like, and it takes a long time to like flip the switch and just go do something, but I'm like, if I just get outside and go for a little run, or for me personally, like that's what makes me feel good, or like a little workout, or start like writing down goals or what's gonna make me feel better, instantly it kind of like snaps out of that mindset and just gets me right back on the right track.
I feel like doing things positive for yourself, like working out, eating healthy, like doing things with your friends, it's like it gets you out of that funk and it really like makes you feel better about yourself.
So like surround yourself with the people that make you feel good, you know?
Yeah, especially that's
and just know you're not alone too. Like everybody, like even us will have days, you know, everyone has bad days, so.
Exactly. Next question, how many kids do you want?
I don't know. I feel like it all depends on how like this first baby goes, because it's like obviously we've never had a baby before, so it's like, is it super easy for us?
It's all
is
situational.
It like super hard?
But
and like,
right now,
obviously it's up to God at the end of the day. But like if I had to pick right now, I just feel like 3 is such a good number. I don't know why.
I feel like 3.
But
3, maybe 4.
Might as well just go crazy and say 4.
But I don't know. It really
Anything
depends.
more than 4, it's like honestly 3 fits in a car. Like 4.
4 fits in a car?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, you get a bigger car.
In a car, 4 does not fit. In like a minivan
or SUV, like an Escalade.
No, 100%, but not in a car.
I guess not in a car, but most cars, I feel like most family cars have a back row.
True.
Like growing up, all my friends' parents' cars, even if they didn't have a lot of kids, because your kids' friends and
I just think we're the type of people that are gonna have like 1 kid, and it's just like, it's amazing, and we're just gonna be like, yo, why not have like 5
How
more?
I look at it is like later in life, it's like, to me, the most important thing is like our family and our friends and everyone around us. So it's like the more people, the merrier. Like when I go to like our holiday events and we have all these little cousins running around, all this family, I'm like, I love it. It just makes me so like,
I was just gonna say,
built-in friends, like it's so cool.
Yeah, like this last gender reveal party we had, like everyone that came out and our friends that were here, it's like our house like being hectic and chaotic, like stuff laying around, like messy, like I thrive in that. Like I don't know why.
Like no, I am such like a okay, please don't ruin my house, like keep it clean type of person. But I honestly feel like I genuinely enjoyed like watching my nieces and my cousins like swim in the pool all day, like just like have like the best time, like getting to like sit down and have coffee with my sisters and my mom. It was just so fun, and like spending that time with family was really important. And like obviously we don't get that as much because we moved out of state, and like that does come with the consequence of family. But like I feel like I just
like
love family.
When we're the most happy is when our life is like chaotic.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, we're doing this is going on. We're doing this with this business, or we're filming this video, we're doing this.
Yeah.
We have a podcast, it's like, I can only imagine with kids, it's like, all right, Brock's got a football game, Broccolina's got dance or tennis.
You are so sexist!
Why is that sexist?
She has dance, she can't play
I said
sports.
tennis!
Okay, I thought you just
Jesus.
dance. He's like dance or cheer.
Okay, my bad. Broccolina's got a football game.
Broccolina go hoo hoo.
Brock is going to painting. I don't know, whatever it is.
Brock is going.
And then
Brock's in theater, Broccolina's the quarterback.
the soccer team comes over and you know, I don't know.
No, I agree. Okay, next question. Are you nervous for the vaginal birth? I mean, it's really for me, but I'm gonna ask you.
You say vaginal birth, like, well, I guess a C-section would be a different way.
Yeah, Josh. You say vaginal birth, like.
Well, like there's like another hole for the baby to come out of.
They cut you open. So are you nervous?
Am I nervous?
Are you nervous to watch it?
Why would I be nervous? I don't know.
A lot of guys pass out.
I feel like that's not true. Why?
A lot of guys pass out. It's true. If your husband
pass out, what are you
pass
gonna do?
I'm gonna say, get up. This is
honestly, like, I've never
I don't
passed
think you
out in
pass
my
out.
life, but like, if I do, that would be hilarious.
But it's not.
Like, you push in, and I'm like, oh.
No, don't do that.
I'm not nervous. Honestly, what I am nervous for is because like people do have complications during birth. Is like that's in the back of my head a little bit, but obviously just
well, I feel like
the best.
I feel like there's nothing that we can do that's out of our control. Like the only thing I'm going to do technically to prepare, other than like a little bit of research on like stretching and like different things, but is definitely just praying about it because like in the end of it, it's like literally all in God's hands. Like there's nothing we can control. I mean, so many people have these like elaborate birth plans and they don't go as planned because it's not in their control. So I'm very much like I will have a plan, but I also
word on the street is you get free flights for life if you give birth on a plane. So
I feel like that's not true. And also, I'm not nervous to give birth. I think I'll be a little more nervous like come like right around the due date, but I don't think I'll be nervous for like the pain because I think it's like people do it and then they have more kids. So it's like it's obviously painful, but obviously it's not the end of the world, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so many people do it.
How does it feel now that you're gonna have a baby soon? Does it feel like?
I don't know.
I feel like a little bit like on cloud nine. Like it almost, like it feels real now that I know it's a girl, but I can't wait for the baby to kick. Like I feel like it won't feel real until we're like bringing the baby home. We're like
honestly, I feel like it never feels real.
Well, I feel like once you have a kid, like it's gonna feel real.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like it feels like we don't even have kids. It's not gonna feel like
it's not gonna feel that way actually. I'm excited.
Honestly,
I feel like obviously, you know, we're gonna take the time, but like I want like the baby today.
I know. But not actually.
but not actually, but you know what I'm saying? Like I was like,
yeah,
I'm
very
ready
excited.
for it, you know.
I'm not like, oh my gosh, we have so much to do before the baby comes. Like I feel pretty, I mean there's things we do need to do, but like I feel
yeah, there is like a little bit more pressure, which like pressure makes diamonds, but just getting everything
all excited for it. Okay, is it hard to eat certain foods that you love while being pregnant? I don't like seafood or like raw fish, like sushi.
I feel like you haven't, because I wanted to do a video like trying your pregnancy cravings, but you don't have any yet.
I have some that might not be pregnancy cravings, it might just be me being weird, like the pickle thing on the...
That is the only thing, and this just came up like 2 days ago, putting pickles on avocados.
No, it was avocado toast and pickle seasoning. I feel like it's really not weird. I would do that not pregnant. It's not a pregnancy craving.
That seems weird.
But I did buy 2 jars of pickles, so that's where I'm kind of
I was gonna say, we have so much pickles.
I love pickles. I've always loved pickles, and I haven't had them in so long. And they had one, and I was like, why don't I buy pickles? So I'm like, it's not a pregnancy craving. I don't feel like.
But you bought 2 jars?
Because the last time I went through the first jar in like a day.
See, that is weird. That's a start. I feel like,
Maybe.
Is there a certain time frame when the cravings come?
I don't know. I really feel, and I would know because I've like craved food.
Because I was excited for this because I had heard that like crazy stories. And
I'm glad I'm not having cravings because it makes it eating healthier a little easier.
Yeah.
Labor and delivery, what are you most worried for? I guess we kind of already answered that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's
complications
all the fear. Any complications is a fear. Or like less serious, I would say, is you being in labor for like 4 or 5 days. Like,
okay,
I don't even, is that even possible?
No, I don't think so. But you can go into labor for like 36 hours or like probably.
That seems kind of crazy.
That seems pretty hard.
Because I've seen, don't girls just walk in like labor for like 2-3 hours and boom, they're done.
People can go into labor for like 10 minutes.
Like 36 hours?
Well, you could be in labor for like 30 minutes.
Does that mean you're like pushing for 36 hours? Like
no, it means contractions, I think.
So you're just
I think, don't quote me. I still have a lot of research to do.
We're gonna find out.
But yeah, no, because it's like when Rachel went and she was in for 30 something hours, but then she was pushing, I think, for an hour or so. I don't know.
We're gonna learn.
Okay.
We're gonna learn.
Are you gonna hire a nanny?
No.
I don't want to say no, because not right away.
We don't know.
I think eventually we might hire, there's a difference I feel like between a babysitter and a nanny. I feel like a nanny someone's like all day long.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I don't really want a
babysitter
nanny.
For sure.
But I definitely would want a babysitter. Maybe even if we had like once the baby's older, and I feel like the baby would have to be at least like 4 or 5 months.
Depends where
our
our lives
us
are
because
at.
things could change. Like we don't know.
Well, I was gonna say we're in the position where like I don't think at least for one baby that we need a nanny.
But maybe
babysitter, yes.
Maybe we would need to leave the house and still get some things done. time that we'd want to while the baby's sleeping or certain things like that, to where if we had someone at the house with the baby, where it's like we could bounce back and forth and like be home with the baby, but then also be able to leave and like go to the office and stuff. So that's where I could see it, but I feel like we'd want to be with the baby. It's even like anytime we leave Topper, like we're so sad. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I just feel like there's no way, at least for the first baby, for a while, that we
I don't think there's anything wrong with having a nanny.
No, 100%.
I think
for certain people, like, you probably need one.
To me, it's really important that I still get to do things like social media and like things that, and like I love creating content on the internet and I love my job so much that it's like I still want to be me outside of being a mom, but I still want to, obviously being a mom is like number one, but I think a big thing that moms forget sometimes is like keeping the things that make them happy too, because that's when I feel like they're the best mom, because they're like so happy.
Yeah, you gotta be happy yourself.
Yeah, so I definitely want to make sure I do that, but I feel like that all comes with time. Anyway, next question. Nursery update. Do we have an update on the nursery?
Not really. Just we're gonna film this video in the nursery, which is just a spare bedroom right now. We're gonna have to get rid of a bed.
The themes kind of started of the nursery. It's definitely gonna be like a book.
Well, coincidentally, we had a blue wallpapered room and a pink one already.
Yeah.
Didn't even think of that when we put that up.
Although the nursery kind of had to be in this room because it's way closer to us, and that one's like right by the road, so it'd be a lot more noisy.
No, so it worked out because we're having a girl, and the pink one's
right there.
So
we don't really have to change as much on the room, and we already have a plan. I've been like doing like different Pinterest stuff for the nursery. I'm very excited to do it, but I don't think we're really gonna like do the crib and everything up until a little bit later because that still is a guest room. So
I just feel like we have so much time. I don't know if I'm a procrastinator, but
we're not procrastinators at all. But I
feel like to like have a crib already, which like it's not wrong if you do this, but
people get excited.
No, I'm so excited, but I'm like, what is it? 5 months we still have?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Okay.
But we're probably gonna do some millwork in there.
Paint the colors to match the wallpaper.
Paint the colors to match.
It's gonna be really cute. That's all I can say.
Update the closet a little bit because I'm sure a little baby girl is gonna have a million different outfits.
Yeah, the closet's gonna need some.
She's already got more clothes than me, actually.
I haven't even bought anything, so there's been a lot of companies, which I am gonna do a baby clothing haul. Are you keeping Marky Mark, the McLaren?
Good question. It just depends.
I want to. The only thing, it might be space in our driveway because we don't have a massive driveway, and then having to keep it out in the sun, and you have to be cautious with that in Arizona. So we might have to sell Marky Mark for a little bit, but then I think we'd get a new car eventually.
It wouldn't even be selling Marky Mark because we're having a baby, because we've talked about getting rid of that car already. It's just more so like going through the hassle of selling the car. It's just haven't committed to doing that yet.
But we do love the car.
And we like driving the car, and it's like the perfect time right now because it's nice in Arizona.
Yeah,
once the summer comes, I feel like it'll be like super hot, and we'll be like, all right, let's just get rid of it.
Yeah. So
we'll see though.
When are you having the baby shower, and where? So we are having the baby shower in.
We're doing the baby shower in Michigan because we did the reveal here.
And then it's gonna be in June, just because that's when we're gonna go back. And I feel like you have to be pretty pregnant when you have the baby shower. That's like normally what people do, I guess. So it's gonna be in Michigan, which I think we'll have people like send the gifts here because we won't be able to like.
Yeah, we didn't really think. Well, it's not.
No, we did.
Think that through. We did think this through, but
the reason we're having it in Michigan because all of our family and friends. We have friends here, but it's like our family is all in Michigan.
But like the baby shower is supposed to be people showering you with gifts, but it's like we can't take any gifts back.
But a lot of people do this. They just do like online registries and they send it to
That would
house.
be perfect. Yeah.
Our poor neighbors are gonna have to be bringing in packages like left and right for us while we're out of town. Okay, do you feel like you found your forever home?
Ooh, no.
I don't think this is our forever home, but I mean, if this had to be our forever home, this is a beautiful home and I would be more than happy.
No, 100%.
So not to sound like no, but I definitely think if we were able to in the future, then I would love to custom build a house.
I just don't think we're the type of people that like just, settle's not the right word, but it's like.
We like change.
Yeah.
And if we can afford to make the change, then I think that we would definitely want to do it. But I know like a lot of people, because I wouldn't say settle, because a lot of people, it's like a house is such a big purchase. Like,
no, 100%. And I don't like moving. We've already done it once.
It's
like,
a lot
it's
of
a
work
process.
and it's expensive.
And then like, I don't know. It is fun like building out a house and everything, but it's like at the same time, it's expensive and like a lot of work.
I think it would be really fun if we weren't in a rush to move, but if we could really like build a house.
That'd be
But
cool.
I think that would be later on in life once we like know how many kids we're having. and you know, once they get not older, but like once they're not all little babies. But maybe, I don't know. I really don't know, but I don't think this is our forever home.
That is one thing I don't really think about. I feel like for most of the stuff that we do, it's like we're always proud of it, but like we always want more and more. But like I don't really feel that way for a house. It's like, I love our house.
I love this house.
But I would just want a bigger backyard probably. And depending on how many kids we have, I mean, it's a 4-bedroom house, but one of them got made into a pool room, and the other potential bedrooms are ping pong rooms.
So like we also could change it back.
We could change those.
So, okay, not last one. Least favorite part of being pregnant.
Least favorite.
No, I'm gonna do my favorite part, because least favorite part, I feel like we already talked like.
Yeah. Okay, favorite.
My favorite part of being pregnant is when I work out and I like do a good workout or run 3 miles or like feel really good during my workout. It's like I feel so much more confident. I'm like, I did that and I'm pregnant. Like it's just like another like motivator.
Feel good.
And like I like it because it's like when I'm trying to eat healthy, like I'm not just doing it for myself, I'm doing it for the baby too. So it feels even better. You know how good you feel with like when you eat healthy? Imagine like you're doing that for 2 people now. Right. So that's a good feeling. And yeah, I feel like so far I've actually really liked being pregnant, especially in the 2nd trimester.
You know what I would say is like, we used to joke all the time before you were pregnant that like we were eating for 2 or whatever, like, but I feel like you don't eat for 2.
I feel like my appetite.
Like I feel like your diet has not changed whatsoever.
No, because I know some people be like, well, make sure you're eating enough for the baby. I've always ate plenty enough food. Like that's never been an issue.
Honestly, we eat like the same thing.
Well, okay, we
for
do.
the most part. I obviously always eat a little bit more.
No. We'll eat the same like breakfast and lunch, and then dinner. I feel like is where you have a lot more food, and then you'll have like a bowl of cereal, and you'll eat like your extra stuff.
I eat a little bit.
But when it comes to meals, like we do eat about the same. What happened to your family dog Bunny? I thought this is so funny that someone.
What happened to Bunny?
Nothing happened to Bunny. My grandma has her now.
Oh, I was gonna say.
But like I just thought it was funny because I feel like most people wouldn't even know Bunny. It's my parents' dog. It's funny that they're like noticed that Bunny was gone.
I mean, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, Bunny's good. She's thriving.
Bunny's thriving.
So I said, no question, but I have a heart problem and your videos always make me feel better. I wish I could meet you. First of all, I just want to say we are going to be praying for you, and I am very sorry about that because I know there's a lot of people who do watch us and who have different conditions or different health problems going on. And we feel for you guys, and we are super sorry. We will be praying for you guys.
We're glad we could be a part of your journey though.
But like honestly, it does touch us a lot knowing that like there is people who watch us, and like the comments that we'll get sometimes it's like you guys are going through these hard things, and that you guys say that we give you guys this like positivity or like a little escape from like your reality, and like that just makes us feel so good, and it means a lot to us. So I just did want to touch on that and say thank you guys so much.
We will be praying for you though.
Yes.
We love you.
Will you show her face?
I don't know.
I say yes.
Honestly,
yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna see her face. Like it's not. We're not gonna hide. I don't think we're gonna totally hide. Now, do I think we're gonna be like showing a ton? Maybe not. Maybe I don't know. But
we've gone so back and forth on this because it's like. Obviously, we've been vlogging and doing this for so long, and it's like just a part of our like lives.
Yeah.
And the social media and everything, but it's like, yeah, we've gone back and forth on it.
Yeah, I just, like for us, it's like, I don't ever want to, which we've also talked, because like our intentions are never to like exploit our kid, I guess.
Yeah.
And I never want to like, not necessarily like profit off my kid. I just don't want people to think that like all we care about is like social media over our kid, because that's like, we're having a kid because we want a kid so bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like there is like a stigma. It's like, oh, a couple channels have kids like to make money.
I mean, I've heard people say that about other influencers, like, oh, they just pop out more kids so they can make more money. And I'm like,
it's
kind of like, that could be true, but also I'm like,
our intentions are so pure, so it's like, I would never like think that of like somebody else. So yeah. I wouldn't want people to think that of us.
But also I wouldn't.
But like at the end of the day, we're doing social media. It's like people are gonna comment what they want to comment, and it's like we've never let that stop us from doing like what we love or what we want to do. So if we feel like we want to be posting our child, we're gonna do it. I
also thought it was funny because like we were talking, we were like, we would never make our baby do something that they didn't want to do because social media, like it was a trend on social media or was a thing. But I think some people are also very sensitive to what you make like a dog do or a baby do. Like one time Topper was about to jump in the pool and he wanted to so bad, and I was like, go Topper, go Topper, and I was like pushing him on the butt, and they're like, the fact that you shoved your dog in dessert means you don't even deserve to have a dog. So it's like there's people like that on the internet, and like those are people you just gotta ignore. But like for us, I feel like we'll probably end up showing the baby, but like, be cautious of the baby, because I don't want the baby to grow up and be like, why did my parents do this, or like, you know.
Yeah, I don't think it would ever be like like that. Obviously, if we were gonna have a kid for views, we would have done it years ago.
We would have done it during COVID. No, I was kidding.
Years ago.
When everyone was making babies.
COVID baby.
The COVID babies. No, we waited till we were like good and ready. Cause like, I mean, a kid is so much more, and I know people know this, but some people think that YouTubers use kid as like an asset, but like, it's a baby. Like, it's with you for the rest of your life. It's a lot of work. It's not,
that's a pretty big statement.
that's a big, and like babies
we always
are
talk,
expensive
and
too.
we always
like,
talk about this too. It's like we're in the position where it's like we don't have to do social media. You know, it's like we don't have to post a video tomorrow. Like we just enjoy doing this, and we know there's so many of you guys out there that like get value from our content, or it's just entertainment, or whatever it may be.
And it's part of our like daily routine or like habit. Like I don't know.
And we love doing it, so that's why we do it. But at the end of the day, it's like if we didn't want to, we won't.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I mean, everything can always change, and like maybe if like there was like a whole bunch of like online predators or something that we were worried about, or like different things, and like
it's so weird.
I don't even like talking about that. It's just so because it's like sometimes I feel like our mindset on social media is so like
innocent
because like we would never be creepy or weird, but there is weirdos out there, and that is something you also have to think about.
That is something weird to think about.
Okay, this is the last one. Show us your favorite baby fits you have. So I actually pulled these out.
Let's go.
Okay, so these are so cute. I am so obsessed. My friend Mercedes got us this one, this little
You're
rapper.
gonna see the chunky little
The
thighs.
chunky little thighs with the little like sneakers in this. Okay, then the next one is from this company, Azel and Luca. Look how cute that is.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Oh, little baby.
You're gonna be so cute, like a little girl. And then this like little jumper, so cute. I love these. So these are my top 3 right now.
Katie B is gonna have our baby girl
Stunting. I am so excited. Like it's
you
just
gotta
like
give me
so
some
special.
matching fits. Or like vibes. You
Oh,
know?
we will. We'll get you in the, like the little sweatsuit.
You know? I'm trying to be twinning.
I'm ready for it. But anyway, that's all we have for you guys.
I'm excited.
We're super excited for this next chapter. I feel like it's gonna be so fun. I feel like we're gonna learn a lot. We're gonna grow a lot with you guys, and it's just gonna be a really cool time in our life. So,
With that being said, we love you guys. Stay savage, don't be average, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Let's go. Wait, it's Broccolina